It's day 254
of the 29th year and beyond.
Well, yesterday we talked about street food and these vendors and their character, their sacrifice, and all that they did. There was one street vendor that jumped out at me because this gentleman worked incredibly hard, and he had a desire. Even when he was working for someone else, he wanted to own his own and start his own business. So much so that as hard as he worked, he saved money, and he was able to save 11 million yen to begin to start his own business. And at the point where he saved that 11 million yen and was ready to start his business, his dad transitioned. His dad died. And this was a father who physically abused him. This was a father who did not support him, did not feed him as a child.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of negatives. But yet he took 7 million of the 11 million yen that he had saved to begin his own business to bury his dad.
That's honor.
Yeah.
That's truly honor.
And that was one of the things that, which meant now his dream was being deferred, if not denied. But he made that incredible sacrifice for someone who a lot of people would be like, oh, why would you do that?
Right.
But the word tells us, honor thy mother and father, that thy days may be long. It says nothing. There's no stipulations about honor them. If they're good people, honor them. If they're saved, honor them. If they treat you right. But if they don't, you don't have to. It just says honor.
It just says honor. And for me, honor means doing the right thing. So even if that does mean that you have to sacrifice something that you had planned on doing or something that you may even need to do. And even some people, especially in this day and age, you see people bringing their parents into their home, or sacrificing a vacation or something because there's something that needs to be paid for. That is all part of the honor that God calls us to do as children. And I pray that we've laid the foundation for our kids to understand what that means. Not taking care of us as we put things in provision, put things in place for that, but to honor us, just by doing like this gentleman did.
Well, the respect, the commitment, my dad has passed and been passed, wow, where are we? 19 years. But my mom is still alive, and both Gail's parents are still alive, and we honor them. And with my mom, over the years, there's been a lot of difficulties and challenges, but yet I still choose to honor her. Not because of what she does or fails to do, but because that's what God requires. And Gail's dad, deals with dementia, as we have addressed. And there are times when he behaves in a way that is totally out of character for him. He could be quite, aggressive and yeah, but we still honor the parents. And what we're doing is laying a foundation for our children so that they understand that not only is it something that we're teaching, it's something that we're modeling.
Yeah, and these are things that I learned from them, this integrity, this honor, this poise that you have to be in the midst of a storm. All came from things that I learned from my mother and my dad, and so in doing those things, I am honoring them.
Absolutely. When we live to be the best version of ourselves and embrace wonderful lessons that they've taught us, that is definitely a way to honor them by those kinds of wonderful things that they were able to pour into us that we can now pour into our children and even add value to the lives of others. So, you want to honor one another as husband and wife, but you definitely also want to honor those that preceded you, those that provided life for you. Don't lose sight of the fact that you honor up and you honor down.
That's right. I honor his mother. He honors my parents as well.
So until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Bye.